When you have a well, there's a pressure switch that tells it when to turn on and then when to turn off again. Mine burned up last night, so this is a video on how I fixed it. My well pump relay broke. Looks like it got melted here. I got a new one at Lowe's and I'm gonna try and replace it. So we'll see how this goes. Since we're dealing with electricity, make sure that your well circuit breaker is turned off. And then we're going to go check and make sure that it's really off. You can get these little circuit testers from any kind of hardware store. First you want to test them in something you know is good. So let's just plug it into this outlet here. Turn red, so we know that the tester works. Looks like we don't have any power here, so we can start working on it. Sometimes it'll beep if you hit it hard. Now you guys should definitely keep track of what wire's hooked up where. In my case, I have video to reference. I'm in a little bit of a rush because it's almost dark and it's about to rain. So neither of those things are going to help me fix this. Especially since in Florida when it gets dark, mosquitoes come out. Right. Got this thing done. Now this appears to be the seal that it tests against, and I'm hoping it's the same as this so that I can just replace that and not have to worry about finding an adapter for this thing. That might be a good idea, that might be a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. Start over here just in case there's some kind of pressure in here I don't want. So there's water coming out of this, which means this is probably a bad idea, but still, we're going to do it anyway. Maybe I'll just turn on the hose. So I just turned on the sprinkler and I let some of the pressure out. The sprinkler's being powered by the hose right now while I try to figure that project out. I'll shut this off again, finish taking this apart. And this little fitting, I'm hoping I can just put on the other one. Let's give it a shot. Okay. Alright, so hopefully the old one will line up to this, and it does. Look at that. I'm going to use the new screws that I took off. Now those are already threaded properly for this thing. And I just realized I didn't plug my microphone in, so I apologize if there's any kind of wind noise. I want to torque these screws down, I just don't want to torque them down a lot. Fortunately, I won't have any idea if it's actually holding pressure until I get it back together. Since it's running off this little water tube, I don't really have to put it together to get it running. What I'm going to do is just hook up the electrical to test it out, make sure that there's no leaks, and then if there's no leaks, I will put it all back together right. Alright, see if it works. I'm going to turn it back on. So the relay works, but I guess the pressure isn't set right yet. Turn these off so I can build a little pressure in that membrane down there. Make sure no water's coming out. The big spring, the one on the right, is for the cut-in pressure. So right now it's set probably too high. So I need to lower it down by turning it counterclockwise. So I'm running this with the sprinklers on so that there's some kind of a pressure outlet in case I get too much. And that way I can kind of judge how far my sprinklers went in the past versus how far they're going right now. Should be about the same if the pressure's setting it up. And it cut out right about where the gauge says 140, but I'm pretty sure that gauge is wrong. Alright, this thing is fully charged, a little bit past where I think it should be. And that seal is holding, so I'm going to go ahead and put everything back on the right way now. Alright, it's mounted. Just gotta hook up the wires. Oh no, my power cable broke. Oh, I'm glad I saw it now. I gotta check back on the video, figure out when that happened. I could just hook up the bare wire to this, but while we're here, might as well do it this way. Alright, the other one's good. Okay, nice and tight. Just gotta hook up this last ground wire. And the last thing I'm gonna do is lower the cutout pressure just a little bit. It was a little higher than I like, or I think it should be at. I'll go back and test all the tank pressure and everything later, but I'm just trying to get it back to where it was similar to what I had. I'm gonna power it on again. Right now the gauge is sitting at 140 over there. All right, let's power it up again. Let's release the pressure. See where the pump kicks on. That gauge is going down. It's almost down to 120. So even if the gauge is wrong or being measured at the wrong point, seems like that's about a 20 psi difference. I can hear the sprinkler pressure is getting a lot less. Alright, so it kicked on right about 120. I gave that bolt just a couple of turns, so I don't know how far down that should take it, but it shouldn't get up to 140 again. Alright, yep, turned off just below 140. So it's doing about 20 psi range right now. The well's been working fine since I replaced that pressure switch, so now I'm going to replace the gauge. I went down to Ace Hardware and got a new gauge. Hopefully this one will read something closer to what I expect. The old one right now with the pump totally empty is reading 90 pounds. I would expect it to read 0. Well, you can see it still reads about 90. It's not even plugged in. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on pump again. Alright, stopped right where I thought, 50 pounds. Well, it doesn't seem to be leaking, so another success. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be making more as new projects come up.